Looking ahead to the future, Formula One's engine chiefs have been united in finding the right direction for 2025's new engine regulations. An opportunity for the current manufacturers to set out their stall, it also affords a chance for new manufacturers to come in, and one that has been frequently linked to an F1 entry has also been afforded a seat in those talks. The Volkswagen Group has seriously considered entering Formula One twice in the past 5 years, but both times has decided against it, much to our disappointment. But now it seems that VW's officials in Wolfsburg are again looking into Formula One involvement, and the chances that it could work out at the third attempt are better than ever. Here's why. Fritz Enzinger. A story from BBC Sport set the rumour mill into overdrive earlier this year after Porsche's Vice President of Motorsport, Fritz Enzinger, was quoted saying that a Formula One entry for Volkswagen could be of great interest under certain conditions. And Fritz Enzinger is not just anyone. Before the 64-year-old Austrian took over as head of Group Motorsport for Volkswagen in 2018, he was head of logistics for BMW's Formula One project until 2011. As well as helping to secure 3 overall victories at the 24 Hour of Le Mans and 8 World Championship titles in endurance racing across its programs. Enzinger is responsible for motorsport strategy for the entire Volkswagen Group. He's rumoured to be a strong supporter of a Formula One project within the group's management and a powerful internal advocate with a proven track record for success. F1's sustainable future. VW Group Head CEO Herbert Diess posted on LinkedIn last August that a Formula One with synthetic fuels is more exciting, more fun, and a better motorsport experience, and brings more technical competition than Formula E. And sure enough, VW brand Audi announced it will depart Formula E at the end of Season 7, although a group presence is retained through the Porsche squad. Both the FIA and F1 have outlined plans to use fully sustainable fuels in the near future, with a step towards that being taken in 2022 when the E10 biofuel will be introduced, making F1 a much more appealing project for the group. New engine regs for 2025. From 2017, 40 employees, including at points Andreas Seidel, now McLaren's F1 team principal, were secretly developing a 6-cylinder engine for Porsche, suitable for Formula One. By 2019, all signs seemed to point towards an entry, but it was abandoned. So why didn't Porsche give an F1 entry the green light? For VW, one argument was that the existing manufacturers in F1 were not prepared to change the engine format enough so that a newcomer would have a realistic chance of being competitive. On the Formula One side, it was suggested that Volkswagen was not prepared to commit to a new entry, and therefore weakened the argument for an expensive change in the engine format as early as the 2021 season. But with the engine freeze this year and new engine regulations coming in from 2025, it's understood that plenty of options are open for Volkswagen. The manufacturers currently involved in F1, Mercedes, Ferrari and Renault, could become the only sticking point should they decide to demand regulations that wouldn't be attractive to the Volkswagen Group. But with that being said, 2 VW Group chiefs have been invited to join the talks over 2025's direction. Audi's Market Dussmann and Porsche's Oliver Blume joined the table over recent discussions over where the future of combustion engines with sustainable fuels is set to go. F1 and the FIA reported that very positive discussions took place. Liberty Media and Stefano Domenicali. The new head of Formula One, Stefano Domenicali, is an ex-VW man, and not just any ex-VW man. Domenicali oversaw and developed a study in 2015 that evaluated whether Audi should enter Formula One. And with a number of core basic conditions needing to be met before VW's officials can make a clear commitment, Domenicali is the best person to be aware of the hurdles it will take to get the VW group to say yes. Liberty Media certainly has a great incentive to bring a 4th major manufacturer back into F1 after Honda's decision to leave at the end of this year. Not only would this minimise risk of facing growing pressure and uncertainty if another manufacturer were to leave, but it would also help from a corporate perspective, as each manufacturer brings a whole range of partners and sponsors to the series, meaning more money for F1. But which brand will join? Well, currently it's unclear which of VW's brands could be entered. The group has 8 car brands to pick from: Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche, Seat, Skoda and Volkswagen. But realistically, 3 of them are shortlisted. Audi would be logical as a mass road car manufacturer and could revive the legendary Vorsprung durch Technik slogan in a more sustainable Formula One. Porsche, on the other hand, has the emotional component, with its historic racing pedigree and the influence of the Porsche family within the group. Theoretically, the sports car manufacturer Lamborghini could also be considered. Lamborghini is a wholly owned Audi subsidiary and was headed up by Domenicali as CEO from 2016 until his exit to take the F1 post. Plus, who wouldn't want to see Ferrari and Lamborghini battle it out in Formula One? It's clear that Volkswagen will only enter the series if it makes financial sense and if it has both a realistic chance of success while maintaining its drive for environmental sustainability. But should Formula One set the right course under Domenicali, the chances of Volkswagen getting involved are better than ever before. Which manufacturer would you most like to see enter Formula One? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching and make sure you subscribe for more Autosport videos. See you next time.